Spring Boot. Which main class to use for the executable jar? Introduction. In a Spring Boot application, the main class is the entry point of the application. It is the class that starts the Spring Boot application, initializes the Spring context, triggers auto-configuration, launches the embedded server, Tomcat, Jetty, etc. When you package your application as an executable jar, Spring Boot needs to know which class to run first. This is where the concept of the main class for executable jar comes in. Understanding this is important for building runnable jar files, deploying applications, configuring Maven/Gradle builds, avoiding startup issues. What does main class for executable jar mean? It refers to the class that contains public static void main, string args, and is responsible for starting the Spring Boot application. In simple terms, main class equals starting point of Spring Boot application. Example concept. Jar runs means main class executes, means Spring Boot starts standard Spring Boot main class. A typical Spring Boot main class looks like this. Import org.springframework.boot.springapplication. Import org.springframework.boot.autoconfigure.springbootapplication. At Spring Boot application, public class application, public static void main, string args, SpringApplication.run, application.class, args. Example concept. Main means SpringApplication.run means app starts. This is the class used as the entry point for the executable jar. What does at Spring Boot application do? The at Spring Boot application annotation is very important. It is a combination of configuration, enable auto configuration, component scan. Example concept. At Spring Boot application means enables full Spring Boot setup. This annotation tells Spring Boot where to start scanning components, how to configure the application, how to initialize beans, which class should be used. The answer is simple. Use the class annotated with at Spring Boot application that contains the main method. Example concept. At Spring Boot application plus main means correct main class. This is usually the top-level class in your project located in the base package. Why base package matters. Spring Boot scans components starting from the package of the main class. Example. Package com example.app. If your main class is here, com example.app application, Spring will scan com example.app.s. Example concept. Main class package means defines component scanning scope. If you place the main class incorrectly, some beans may not be detected. How executable jar uses main class. When you build a Spring Boot jar using Maven or Gradle, MVN clean package, Spring Boot creates a jar with metadata in meta-inf.manifest.mf. It includes main class, org.springframework.boot.loader.jarlauncher, start class, com.example.application. Start class equals your main class. Example concept. Jar runs means jar launcher, means start class, means main, executed. How to specify main class, Maven.
If Spring Boot cannot detect your main class automatically, you can specify it.
Example, pom.xml. Build, plugins, plugin, group ID, org.springframework.boot, group ID, artifact ID Spring Boot Maven plugin, artifact ID, main class, com.example.application, main class, configuration. Example concept. Build config means explicitly defines main class. How to specify main class, Gradle. Boot jar, main class equals com example.application. Multiple main classes scenario. Sometimes projects have multiple classes with main methods. Example, application.java, test application.java, batch application.java. In such cases, you must specify which one to use. Example concept. Multiple main classes means explicitly choose one. How to run executable jar. Once packaged. Java -jar app.jar. Spring Boot will Read manifest. Find start class. Execute main method. Start application. Example concept. Java-jar means manifest, means main class, means app starts. Common mistakes. No at Spring Boot application. If the main class is missing this annotation, application may not start correctly. 2. Wrong package structure. Main class not in root package. Components not scanned. Beans not found. 3. Multiple main classes without config. Build fails or wrong class runs. 4. Missing main method. No entry point means jar cannot run. 5. Incorrect manifest entry. No start class means jar not executable. Best practices include: keep main class in root base package. Use at Spring Boot application. Keep only one main class, if possible. Explicitly define main class in build config, if needed. Follow standard naming like application. Example concept. Clean structure means predictable startup. Real-world example. Structure, COM example app. Application.java. Main class. Controller. Service. Repository. Config. Main class. At Spring Boot application, public class application. Public static void main, string args. SpringApplication.run application.class, args. Example concept. Root package means main class, means all components discovered. Advanced scenario, custom bootstrapping. You can customize startup. Spring application app equals new Spring application application class. App.set additional profiles dev. App.run args. Example concept. Custom Spring application means customized startup behavior advantages. Advantages include simple application startup, embedded server support, easy executable jar creation, minimal configuration required, standardized entry point. Challenges. Challenges include confusion with multiple main classes, package structure issues manifest, misconfiguration, misunderstanding component scanning, concepts learned. By learning this topic, you understand what a main class is, how Spring Boot starts an application, which class is used in executable jar, how manifest defines startup class, how to configure main class in build tools. Simple definition. Main class for executable jar in Spring Boot. The class annotated with at Spring Boot application that contains the main method and is used as the entry point when running the application jar. Final summary. In Spring Boot, the executable jar runs using a main class that acts as the entry point of the application. This class contains the main method, is annotated with at Spring Boot application, is typically placed in the root package. When the jar runs, Spring Boot uses the start class defined in the manifest to execute this main class and start the application. Choosing the correct main class ensures proper component scanning, correct application startup, successful deployment.